Hey there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75, and welcome back to another Transformers review. I'm doing this one on a cold winter's day in December. It's just started snowing here in England, but obviously it's not going to settle. Still, that's the way it goes. Anyway, right, for today's review I'm going to be doing the Transformers G1 Terrorcons. Yeah, I'm just going to start with the figures, solid. Here we go, right, who are we going to start with? We shall start with this little fella. This was the first one I got when I was a kid. This is, of course, Cutthroat. He's not a bad little figure. These were the only actual team that I managed to complete as a kid. Let me just try and move my little light around without it knocking everything down behind the camera. Yeah, these are the only set that I completed as a kid as well, apart from the Stunticons, I believe. I did have some of the Seacons, but I never completed them. So, yeah. So this is Cutthroat. He's sort of some sort of weird, is it eagle or vulture thing? I don't exactly quite know. Hawk maybe, I'm not quite sure. But it's pretty good. The legs will move just down here and what have you. And you can sort of like articulate his little gun up like that. And you can, for some reason, I think you can move his little legs into this position. They don't stay there though, but there's no other real reason why they do that. But, you know, if anyone else knows, please let me know. Anyway, there we go. You can click it back into place. Other than that, his little beak or his little head will go up and down. I'm trying to show you that there without getting my fingers in the way. If you want my opinion, it could have done with a few more little paint applications just on the front there, like painting his eyes maybe or his beak or something, but there we go. He's got a nice little couple of Decepticon little signs on his wings there. It's not a bad little mode, but then again, it's not the fantastic sort of mode, or if you want, because this is G1 of course, but it's still very good. I did like this one. His robot mode is a little bit crap, but then again, it's a, what's the word, Scramble City Combiner. We take his little gun off anyway. This gun does transform. I can never remember which way it's supposed to go in robot mode, you see. So it sort of like flips around like that, see, makes it smaller. I think that's how he has it in robot mode, to be honest, not in bird mode. I'm just going to call it bird mode. Anyway, alright, so we take his little gun off the back there, and that's almost him done, in fact. We just extend the legs like that. We get the little bird legs and flip them around to the back. You can always use these to help him stabilise, that's what I always do. Then we get the wings and we just fold them back like that. Oh, pardon me. And then we flip the bird head down to form his like chest. And that is Cutthroat in robot mode. He's got no articulation in the legs as usual. He's got these little stumpy arms which are just absolute rubbish really, and can just barely get his gun. No, he can't even get his gun. There we go. You can hold it like in that position, but you try and move his hand up and it's just going to catch on this little bit here. But then again, I suppose you can do that with his little gun, which is a bit silly, but there we go. Yeah, so not the greatest. Anyway, right, we're going to pop him down there in robot mode. As usual, I'm going to take some pictures of all these and put them in the end. Who are we going to start with next? We're going to start with this little fellow. Sorry, not start, but we're going to, he's second, isn't he? This fellow is, of course, Blot. I did like this one when I was a kid. This one is actually a little bit discoloured on his arm. It's probably not going to pick that out too much just there. Kind of like what I did with my Technobots. I had this set. The set I had that was a kid, I actually sold it because I wanted to get the Japanese gift set. I did see it once for 200 quid, and then I never actually saw it again, unfortunately, and that's why I sold them. I thought if I could get 50 or 60 quid for the set and then add that to what I'd pay for my gift set, you know, so I'm only paying about 100 quid then, am I really, or something like that, and I thought that'd be good money, but I never saw it, so in the end I just sort of bit my lip again and bought them like a complete set off eBay. Unfortunately, the guy didn't tell me they were a little bit discoloured, which was a bit, you know, a bit gutted about. But then again, they were complete, and I got them much like my Technobots, so I sold them for about 60 or 70, I think, and then bought this one for 40 or something like that. I know I bought it for less, so I couldn't grumble really. The stickers were a bit naff, so I repro labelled them up. And here's a question. I don't know if anyone else is having loads of trouble with repro labels, but in my last 4 or 5 orders, they've completely always missed stickers out, and I don't know why. If it's just happening to me, or is it happening to other people as well? I'd love to know that, because every time now I email them a complaint, it makes me feel like I'm the one who's bloody lying. So there we go. Anyway, that's a little rant over. Right, so this is Blot. He's some kind of like monster ape, and he's got these good little arms. I do like these arms. They are fully articulate and will bend at the elbow and at the shoulder. You know, and they're really good. The legs, the little legs, all sort of like move and are fairly pointed, and he will stand pretty well. And of course, he comes with this little gun at the back here. You can take this off, like that. And you can have him like that, but it does look better with this on, to be honest. And this sort of like moves up and down. This does perform his little robot gun. Yeah, so he's got quite a good little monster mode there. I do like it. Again, they could have done with painting in the eyes on the front there for his beast mode, but then again, this was back in the 80s when paint applications were few and far between. Yes, anyway, right, we're going to transform this guy into robot mode, and it's a little bit fiddly, but here we go. Right, so we extend the little legs. We flip these legs up like that, out of the way. There's a train going past, so I'm probably going to have to speak up louder now. Don't know if you can hear the train. It's not actually that loud, but there we go. Right, now then, his head is tucked away in there. What I usually do is I get this little bit again. We disconnect the gun off that. Just pop that down there. Then I use the gun to poke through and just pop his little head out, and we can see that. There we go. But there is another way. I don't know if it's going to work too well on this one. What you do is you get the monster head and you just flip it up like that, and it should sort of grab it and sometimes help pull it out, but it doesn't work. It used to work on my old one, but it don't work on this one. I don't want to break it, so I just use the gun and pull it out like that, and we just flip that up like that. Then we get the monster arms and we just flip them all the way around to the back like that. I just give them a little bend at the elbow to help them along. That goes there like that. And that is Blot in robot mode. Now this robot mode really does, well, it doesn't work, to be honest. He's got these little bloody stumpy arms that are even worse than Cutthroat. And he, you know, I suppose at least he can point his gun at people like that. But other than that, you know, he's not doing too much. I mean, they could have done more, to be honest, but there we go. What can you do? Yeah, so basically just sort of stands there. Anyway, right, who are we doing next? We're going to stick with this fella. I do like his name, which is Ripper Snapper. Quite good. He's some sort of like monster shark sort of creature. His little arms all move and everything, and his legs all move, and even the tail does move a little bit, which is cool. You can, it does come with this like double-barreled cannon on his back. You can remove it, of course, and just have him like that. But again, he looks a lot better with it on him. So there we go. Right, yeah, there's not much more to say about it, really. He's got his little black square on the top there. Still works, I believe. Yeah, I'm sure it still works. Anyway, right, we're going to take the little gun off to transform him. Flip his little tail up. Extend the legs. As you can see, these have nearly got all the same transformation, these ones. No difference at all. Just flip these little monster arms back there, and then just flip the little shark head back and just rotate it down to that position, and there we reveal the robot head there. And as you can see, again, he's got his little stumpy blooming arms. Nearly all the little fellows in this one have those little arms, unfortunately. Oh, wrong gun. There we go. Now then, there is him in robot mode with his little gun. He's just got the same robot mode as all the others, really. You can't do a lot with it. You know, they don't look too bad when you've got them all next to each other, and I do like them, but, you know, as a figure, it's not really doing much, unfortunately. Still, right, here we go next with the last of the little ones, which is, of course, Sinatwin, another good name. Now then, he is some kind of double-headed tiger sort of thing. Maybe like you see it from one of those mythological films like Sinbad and what have you. Again, could have done loads more with paint applications and everything. I was going to, I think on my old one that I sold, I did actually paint it out myself, and then I had to get all the paint off before I sold it. Didn't come off too well, to be honest, so that's another reason why I sold it. Still, there we go. Yeah, so he's, you know, not too bad. The legs will move and everything, but that's all that's sort of like happening on that one. You can move the twin tails, but that's not doing much. And again, you can take the big cannon off, but again, looks much more better with it. Yes, so that is Sinatwin. Right, we are now going to take the gun off, transform him. Bet you can guess how this is going to go. Extend that, flip his little tail down. Which way are we going to do these? Here we go. Flip the little legs around like that, tuck them out of the way, flip this double-headed thing back, flip these arms back, well, the paws, whatever you want to call them. And now this guy just has tons of kibble. He probably has more kibble than all the others put together. And again, he's got these little fart-ass fucking little arms just in there. But, you know, what can you do? Anyway, right, you can put this gun in there. I do like his little gun. I did lose my original one. I can't remember from when I put my set on eBay that I actually did say that. I can't remember now. But this one came with it, so I was pretty chuffed. Yeah, so that's Cinetwin in robot mode. Again, not up to much. I am going to do a little bit of a size comparison. I've been waiting until the end for these fellas. I do have animated Waspinator, which I managed to buy for £7 in Toys R Us. So I'm pretty glad I got this one, because I like Waspinator and I'm pretty good. I've got him, and for a cheap price. I did see him on Amazon and they wanted like £20 for him, and I weren't paying that. So, you know, I managed to get that. Anyway, so there's him with a size comparison with Waspinator. I actually got quite a few decent figures. I've got animated Shockwave as well from the Entertainer, 12 quid. I was pretty chuffed about that. Anyway, right, so that's Cinetwin. We're going to pop him down there, and then we're going to move on to the leader, which is always the best one out of these guys. This is, of course, Hunger, whatever you want to pronounce it. It's just basically like a sort of like a two-headed dinosaur, really dragon thing, I suppose, maybe. He's pretty cool. Again, they could have done some paint applications on the animal heads at the front there, maybe. That would have been just so much better, because it looks really, really plain and horrible. Even some stickers. I wish Repro were able to do some stickers for these guys, or maybe, or something. That would be quite cool. It does have a little bit of discolouring just on this leg here, and on the tail, and on Abominus's head, which I will show you. You can actually put his little gun in this mode, in one of the holes on the top here. There we go. So he does sort of like have an attack mode. I don't know if it says that in the instructions. Oh, pardon me, but you can do it. Anyway, right. So to transform this guy, quite easy. Flip the little animal heads like that to form his feet. Just straighten them out like that. Put them down like that. Get these little small animal feet and just tuck them in at the back here like that. And then move on to the larger ones. Tuck the little toes in, straighten them out, and then you can see the little hand just there. And you just flip the hand out and it clicks into place. Do the same on this side. Flip those in, rotate it down, and then just flip the little hands out like that. And that forms his arms. So yeah, and then all you do next is get the little tail, flip that down to the back, turn his head round, and that is Hunger in robot mode. It's quite good. He's got a nice articulation in his arms, got nice big arms compared to all the other little ones with his stumpy arms. And he does have great articulation in the legs. He'll move quite a lot of directions, so you can get some good poses out of him and everything. Right, so then of course you can put his, get the bloody leg straight, put his gun in his hand like that, and you'll hold it quite well. And of course you can get his little shield, and he does have an extra attachment in here which you flip out like that, and they will fit on either arm like that. Make sure I get it the right way. There we go. So then he's got a nice little big shield there. And he does look really impressive. Let me just do a quick size comparison with Waspinator. As you can see, a bit bigger. So there we go. I know I don't do a lot of size comparisons, it's always because I forget. I think on my last review I did actually have a Transformer ready to do a size comparison. Oh, I just forgot as usual. Still, not like me. Anyway, right, let's transform this guy into Abominus. It's pretty easy really, much like all the others. We just get this guy ready, flip all these little bits away, keep his arms straight like that, flip that down there, and just rotate it straight like that. Now then we get the legs, we flip these out into this position, and like that. There we go, I'm doing my best so you can see it, but it's not always easy. There we go, so that's Hunger. Then you just get this big chest piece, and this just goes straight on the front like that. Pretty nice and easy. Now then, which ones are we going to start with? I'm going to start with, I can't remember if I have the arms now. I know, we'll do the legs first. I'm going to do Cutthroat. Take his little gun off. Just put those down there. I just like to keep it attached to his back. Just so one, you don't lose it. And, you know, well, I just like to keep it attached to his back, really. Anyway, then we just get the little foot plate, and we just pop that in there. I'll never understand why they're never in the centre, but there we go. And then you just close them up like that. And he is ready. Just going to pop him over to the side. Then we're going to get blocked. Take his little gun out. Put his little robot arms down. Flip him that way. Flip these like that, so they don't get in the way of the foot plate. And again, this goes into the bottom of him there. And again, not in the middle. Don't know why they've done that. Bit strange, but there we go. And there's the feet. And then we're going to do the arms. This one, of course, is Cinetwin. We flip the head forward without breaking it. Then we, I like to put that like that, just gives them a bit of a different look. And then I just like to place sort of like these. I don't know if you can see that there. So in that position, it just sort of like does it. It takes the bad look off them, I think, when you match them all up like that. So it just looks a bit different. Yes. Now then, which fist are we going to put him in? We're going to put this one in there like that. So there's him in arm mode. Put him down there. Now then we come on to Ripper Snapper. Take his little gun out. Put that down. Flip his little head forward. Flip that to that position, and again I just like to do something with these legs. I'm not going to remember exactly what. Doesn't really matter with this guy. Who knows, I'll just do them like that, that'll do. Right then, where's his little fist gone? And then we put the fist in this one, like that. There's Ripper Snapper in arm mode. Now then, and let's attach all these guys. Doesn't really matter which ones we put these in. You can swap them around, not like the Technobots. Cutthroat just snaps into place in there. Blot is going to go into this one. Make sure you can all see it. There we go. He is going to pop straight in there. There we go. Always got to worry about breaking these because they're so old now. And then we're going to put Sinner Twin in this arm. Well, hey, you don't seem to want to go in. You've just got to play about with them. And then we're going to put Ripper Snapper in this arm. Then we just put it down there. It's a bit fiddly. Nah, see, they're always a bit fiddly to get in these ones. Right, here we go. You just, whoa, no, what's it doing? Oh dear, there we go. Don't want to go in, does it? It will go in though. There we go. You just got to fiddle about with it. And then we get Abominus's head. Again, this has got a bit of discolouring on the back, unfortunately. But I'm not too bothered about that. Normally I don't like it, but it doesn't show that much on this fellow. Anyway, so this is Abominus in a robot mode, which is actually one of the best combiners because he has great articulation, I'll tell you that, for a combined fellow, because of these legs. He's got the same articulation that Hunger had, so he can kick people, punch people. It's just a very good, and he doesn't fall apart, and he just sticks together. Absolutely brilliant robot. One of the best combiners, I think. Well, in a combined mode, anyway. Let me just do a quick size comparison with Waspinator here. As you can see, he's a lot bigger. There we go. I'm going to put some pictures at the end, as usual. So yeah, so this has been Graham with Abominus, the G1 horror, Terrorcons even, not the Horrorcons. Already done them. Yeah, so this has been Graham, and I shall see you all next time. See you later.